welcome back to another episode of Tribaholics, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you all enjoyed your weekend. I had a pretty good weekend. We're excited to have you all. Excited to talk some Florida State football, some recruiting, everything like that. How are we feeling, Caleb? How are you?
I'm feeling great, dude. Feeling amazing. Clearly, I've been through some things this past weekend. So, if none of you guys know, I went to Boone. Went up there to App State this weekend. Had the fucking time of my life. Do I need to pull a picture up, Ben?
Yeah, probably. Why not?
I need to pull a picture up. All right. So I had the great opportunity of meeting probably the greatest punter, the most famous punter of all time, and Pat McAfee, who is now on game day, as well as Kirk Herbstreit. I went to a bar, dude. Just went to this like regular rooftop bar. And just out of nowhere, Pat McAfee and fucking Kirk Herbstreit are sitting right next to us, like literally right next to us, and we got to talk to them for a little bit, shoot the shit. The crazy thing is, dude, is they both took Florida State -2.5, so that was great. I knew it was a lock at that point, but
you didn't know they were allowed to bet.
Yeah, no, they're not allowed to bet, but there is your screen capture of myself there.
You're in the middle. You're so short.
Yeah, you see the tiny dude right there? That's me. That's me right there, the tiny guy right there. But I'm touching Kirk Herbstreit, so very happy about myself. Great fucking dudes. Real down to earth. So great meeting them. And then being in Boone, dude, I never realized like how cool Boone was until I was actually there. Like everybody always talks about it, right? Everybody's always like, Boone's great, and you always see like these things on Twitter, like Boone's the shit. It's got this great atmosphere, not only, but it's also got this great scenery on the outside. It's just mountains and full of trees and everything of that nature. So immediately block more.
He made fun of one of my picks last week.
Jesus Christ.
5-minute time.
Jesus Christ, dude. I just saw that. But anyways, yeah, so meeting them the first night I'm there, meeting Kirk and meeting Pat the first night I'm there, fucking amazing. That made my trip immediately, worthwhile. Being in Boone in the mountains amongst like 72-degree weather, clear blue skies, amazing football atmosphere, and then having it capped off by a fucking Hail Mary walk-off touchdown and being able to rush the field was amazing. Me being my old ass, so I turned 28 yesterday on Monday. I turned 28 years old.
Happy birthday.
Like my birthday trip. So like me being the old man that I am, as soon as I rush the field, I get a back spasm. I fall immediately to the ground because I'm just overwhelmed with energy and just everything. And I fall to the ground. My buddy picks me up. Then my buddy leaves me. I'm trying to run across the field. I'm looking like this, dude. Look. I'm looking like this. Trying to run through and rush the field with my back all bent and everything. And it's just not a good look. Not a good look at all. Eventually my friend finds me and he's like, dude, and he puts me on like the 45-yard line right near, like right on the A on Appalachian State's field. And eventually we get off there. Dude, it was crazy. There's like 3 or 4 people that had to get an ambulance home, which is crazy. One guy got impaled by like the fence stake, like in his leg, like impaled. And then another person like fell over top of the fence and hit their head. And there's like ambulances going everywhere. It was a fucking insane atmosphere. We ended up going to the duck pond, which was a huge fucking thing, which is great. Is Thomas joining us for the whole show?
He's just doing picks. He's got to work on his thesis project.
Oh man, I was gonna hope Thomas was gonna join us for the whole show, but yeah, dude, being in Boone. If you've never been to Boone, North Carolina, and ever gone and witnessed an App State game, I highly fucking recommend it. It's a great atmosphere. There's not much to do. There's very few bars and everything, but I mean, it's a great fucking time, and you'll really live it up. So that kind of encapsulates my weekend.
Your weekend was a little bit better than mine. I got to watch Penn State smoke us in person. I left with 3 minutes left in the third quarter because that was not a fun game.
Oh, it was that bad, dude?
We lost 41-12. We made Sean Clifford look like prime Eli Manning.
Yeah, that's bad if you can make sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth year Sean Clifford make you guys made him look like Peyton Manning. Like that's bad.
Yeah, well, it won't matter. I mean, the O-line's dog shit. Quarterback's terrible. Tank Bigsby and Jarquez Hunter are about the only two guys that have any consistent production. D-line, no pressure. DBs did nothing special. Linebackers aren't special. It's a very poorly coached team. Very, very bad team. But what are you gonna do? I got to go. Flyer was cool, but that was about the only good part. I've watched 6 quarters of Auburn football in person, and I've yet to see us score a touchdown. So maybe this week, maybe next week, we'll see.
You'll see if you get it together. I don't know if Brian Harson's necessarily got it together, but
We will not be here for very much longer. We might scrape by Missouri, but then we got like 6 straight L's coming up. It's a blessing though, because Harson stinks. It was a terrible hire to begin with. But anyways, so what are you drinking? Because it seems like you've been drinking for a bit now.
yeah. So I've actually been at the local bar here in Tampa. It's called Corner Bar. I mean, I live probably about a block and a half away from it. It takes me like 5-7 minutes to walk there, and so I went there, grabbed some food. Obviously, got a couple drinks. Feeling good about myself. But tonight, I'm not even drinking beer. I'm going full liquor. A nice rum drink that I got going tonight. So we're gonna continue this party. Had a great weekend. Had a great birthday. A great fucking Knowles win. So I'm fucking continuing the liquor train, dude. Don't judge me.
They seem like healthy habits, but I'm going with the Yingling. Shout out Penn State. Shout out Pennsylvania. Yeah, Pennsylvania's best. I found a new drink I like. It's easy to make. I've been on vodka water with lime juice.
Ooh, that's
shit.
good. Look, see, you're getting older now. You're like, I'm gonna start mixing like.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like
liquor. I'm gonna start mixing my liquor with water, so then you're hydrating throughout the whole entire process.
Yeah, that, and I don't get like bloated and or too much sugar from all the soda.
And you don't get hungover because you're not drinking sugar.
It is. You get, especially I'm gonna try this little lemon vodka next and put some lime juice in it. It's pretty cheap too. It's probably the healthiest alcohol thing too, because minimal calories. Because I'm at the gym getting jacked as tits as y'all.
Yeah, what the fuck is up with that, by the way? Like, what has gotten into you, dude?
I gotta drop some pounds. I gotta get big. I gotta find me a pretty woman to marry.
No, I'm very. Yeah, you do, dude. Yeah, good for you though. Like, I'm very proud of you. But like,
let's see if we can keep it up.
Fucking switch of like the old Ben I used to know into the new Ben that is you now. I'm very fucking proud of you, and just fucking keep up the work, brother.
Adulting is fun, real fun. I like to be able to just.
It is. You're getting older. You're drinking liquor with water, and you're working out. Look at this.
And the beer I drink is nice beer. Like,
look at this new leaf you're turning over. You would have thought it was January 1st, dude.
No, like I'm getting into new beer too, like Abita Brewing, Purple Haze. I'm going to the bar and I'm ordering nice shit. I'm like, yeah, no more Busch. Oh, I love Busch Light. I always have Busch Light, but no more like just consistent shitty cheap beer.
Yeah, look at my guy growing up right before our eyes. We love it.
Just wait till I run out of money and then I have to keep going back to natural light. Well, tonight is a big night for recruiting because we should, I don't want to say are, I want to say should be getting our, first blue chip linebacker in a minute. Blake Nicholson, come on down. He commits in 2 hours.
Right, 9:30 Eastern, right?
Yeah, but it'll probably be like 10 Eastern because you know how those announcements go, unless he does it all.
Well, unless fucking Jaden Woodby did and took like 5 hours to announce what his fucking.
Come say hi. Come here. Get over here.
I got the pup. I love it.
His name is Butter. He's kind of overweight, but we love him.
Yeah, we do. Look at that gorgeous thing.
It is my roommate's dog, but he's a good boy.
Good boy.
But yeah, I've seen a lot of people saying Oregon's pushing late, but a lot of the Oregon guys are saying that they don't.
I kind of think we're making like a push. I mean, like you look at how our linebackers have played in terms of Tatum Bethune and Caitlin DeLoach especially, like insane. I mean, our linebackers have been probably playing the best we've seen linebackers play since 2016, 2017. It's been a while since we've seen some linebacker play out of this, and it kind of started when what's his name, the Virginia Tech defensive coordinator now, Chris Marr came in, and he was not necessarily a great coordinator. We talked about this, but at the same time, he was a great coach, right? We always complimented him on his coaching, and that has kind of transferred over to Randy Shannon taking over. Randy Shannon's kind of taken that and even improved it even more. I mean, Kalen DeLoach has looked the best that he's ever had. We'll kind of get into that later, but I think we have a probably above a 90% chance to be able to land this kid, and I'm very happy about it. 4-star linebacker out of Cali, so being able to grab a guy of that caliber is huge.
Yeah, I know the Oregon guys. They're kind of like a lot of people are like the visit there with his girlfriend. What's going to happen? Big win over BYU, but they're riders, and most of the national guys still think that FSU it seems to be the favorite, and they're not really worried. So I expect him to be a Seminole in about 2.5 hours to 3 hours. And then Friday, I think the 23rd, kind of the big recruitment we're all waiting on, Hakeem Williams. And A&M just got a big win over Miami, so things can sway there. But Ryan Wright, Moore just tagged me in this. He put in a future cast 30 minutes ago, not even, for Hakeem Williams to Florida State. He's a national rivals guy, 30.4K followers. So he seems like he's – knows what he's talking about. I mean, that's kind of what people have been saying. Win 2 games, start off well. Hakeem, and then A&M just their offense, even with the win, their offense doesn't look good. So I'm cautiously optimistic.
Right, that's the perfect way to put it. Right, cautiously optimistic. Right, that's a perfect way to put it because you can honestly go to a program that's ranked higher in a Texas A&M or a Miami because they are currently ranked higher than a Florida State if you want to. But at the same time, this is just a commitment. It's not necessarily signing on the dotted lines and sending in through a fax or email or whatever it is nowadays to, put your name in for a scholarship. So at the end of the day, this doesn't really mean much. We're going to have to prove it. But yes, I think we're leading at this point. If anything, Johnny Wilson just showed him and Mike Norvell, along with Johnny Wilson, just showed him what you can be as the number one guy who is going to come in as a 6'5", 6'7" receiver, 225, 250 pounds, and be able to do in the type of offense that we have. So even though he went to A&M for that game, I don't think it really did much for him. But I don't think it swayed him either way, at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it didn't sway him either way. Like, he got to watch Miami and Texas A&M go at it, which are probably the top 2 other schools that were in it with us.
I don't even think Miami was in. I think it was more Pitt still.
Maybe Pitt. Yeah, you could throw in Pitt in there too because those are probably his top 4 schools. But if you look at it from 1 and 2, it's probably A&M and us, right? It's A&M and Florida State. So looking at that game, was Jimbo able to utilize his receivers in the way that we utilized our wide receivers this last game or period, not only this game, but throughout this season?
Yeah,
three games in, like you got to get an idea of what you're going to be walking into. And if you walk into a Jimbo run Texas A&M system, you know what you're going to expect because it's something that you can just predict, right? As a defense, you can predict what that offense is going to do. On our side, it looks like there's no answers. You have no answers for somebody of that caliber to be able to produce the way they're supposed to produce. So I give the nod to Florida State, and I'm not just being a homer there. Because if I was a recruit looking at this, right, I would be like, look at how they utilized him.
Yeah. I mean, no one wants to go run the ball 30 times a wide receiver.
No. And we came into the season thinking, right, like we're going to run the ball. It's been such a balanced attack that it shocks me. It shocked me.
I like it.
It's so balanced right now, and that's what we need. So it's crazy. It's crazy from like a fan standpoint, right? Like us, like looking at it, we're like, holy shit, like what the fuck is this? What's going on? But but we're happy about it. Like it's not like we're down on it, but like we're happy about it. But it's just like this is so different than what we expected coming into the season. And being able to showcase that to Hakeem, even when he's on a trip to A&M, I think bodes or puts us above A&M in that pecking order on who he's going to commit to on Friday.
I think that the game script was perfect because Miami lost and A&M didn't look good through the air, and neither team looked good through the air at all. It was like, do I want to play for either of these teams? And that offense, not really, very conservative, very run heavy. And then we're out here dotting motherfuckers up with our fucking backup quarterback. Like, I mean, hey, where do you want to go? Where do you want to go? You know, that's his decision though. I feel good about it. I think he'll commit verbally to us on Friday, but it's far from over. Again,
and what matters? What matters most, Ben?
When he signs, when the ink is on paper.
Yep, and keep fucking winning.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, so since we've gone over a little bit, we're going to go one of my new favorite segments, my really shitty top 25. That is actually the correct top 25.
I love your top 25 because I think it's better than a lot of other people's top 25 that they put out.
Yeah, that's fair. I feel like I pay attention more than most beat writers or not beat writers, AP guys. But starting off one, Georgia, they're better than last year. It's scary. It's kind of sad they're going to repeat, but it's not close.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy that they're better than they are last year.
Well, it's because Stetson isn't just a game manager now. He's an actual.
But they lost like a million fucking guys to the NFL, and it doesn't even matter.
I don't want to say they're going to go in Alabama dynasty because that's like unprecedented, but they're going to go in like a nice little run. It's not going to be a Saban dynasty because no one's ever going to do that. But
5 years, I'll get 5 years.
It'll be better than Clemson's little run, but it won't be nearly as good as Bama's run. 2 and 3, same as last year. Ohio State, Alabama. I don't really neither. I mean, there's nothing really to talk about. It was second, third best team in the country. Michigan, I think they played UConn, beat them 59-0. They look. I mean, I know it's UConn. They look pretty fucking good.
Well, I mean, they've won 3 straight games by scoring 50 points, so that's a new school record for them.
Well, yeah, I don't know. I'm on the Michigan train for now. 5, USC. I didn't think Link was as good as advertised. I was wrong. He's him. Caleb Williams is him. Jordan Addison's him. That team's good.
I agree.
I don't see them. They shouldn't drop a game in the regular season, which they should be in the playoffs.
Nope.
By default, I have Clemson at 6.
By default, you can't really.
I'm not going to put Kentucky or Arkansas over them because
you can't really knock them at this point.
Yeah, they're winning. I guess how their talents, just giving them big wins. So they haven't really. They'll be tested this week, so we'll be good. 7, Kentucky. I should probably have them lower. I think 7's probably too high, but it's also week 3, so if I have Kentucky 7, yeah,
very early.
I got Arkansas at 8.
I like it. I mean, they're probably in that 8 to 10 range. So
again, it's very early. But O-line looks really good. Run game looks good. Passing defense, shit, but it's worse than the league or worse than the NCAA. That's what I saw.
Yep.
This one, I like this one. Tennessee at 9. There, Hendon Hooker. He's him.
Nasty, and I'll talk about him later. So I don't necessarily want to get into it because I'll talk about him later.
Yeah. 10, Oklahoma. I thought they may get interim. They didn't really look great against their bad competition last year, but they could have been overlooking. I know Nebraska didn't have a coach, but in Lincoln's always a tough environment. They went down 7-0 and then won like 49-7. So I bumped them up and gave them some props for that.
They're fine.
10, 11, we had Okie State. I mean, I don't really know, where else to put them. They're winning. They're a good team. Gundy's a good coach. Ole Miss, 42-0 against Georgia Tech. Good win.
They'll fall throughout the season. No,
they will. But I like seeing their defense, hold teams to 0. That's something that I enjoy. Texas probably a little too high, but I'm still counting on Ewers back being healthy. I heard he's practicing this week, so we'll see how they look.
Already, that's interesting.
See how they look. NC State 14, just kind of by default. This one, Oregon 15, great win over BYU. And then I put BYU at 16 because they beat Baylor, who I have at 17. I kind of I'm not going to rank a team who just got beat by another team over another team, except at the very end, just because.
Which is what I think is fair, right? Like I'm tired of these AP poll voters putting a team over another team that beat them. Well, I mean, there's certain instances where you can, right? Like later in the season, you can do that, but this early in the season, and the AP voters are not placing teams that beat another team ahead of one another. So it's just something that's kind of aggravated me. So I'm glad you did that.
No, you may be aggravated a little bit then, but we'll get there in a second because I think you'll be okay with it, but we'll see. I guess what is this? 18. I had Pitt. I'm giving them credit for a good. Like I'm not a moral victory guy, but I'm giving them credit for losing to Tennessee in overtime. Like that's not a bad. That's a good.
I mean, you take Tennessee to a wire like that. Like that's a.
Yeah, I'll give them some respect for that one. 19, the Knowles. I did what every AP voter was too much of a bitch to do. I ranked us. We're 3-0. One of 4 teams with 2 Power 5 wins away from home. So I'm
all of our players, according to PFF, are rated above 30 or higher. So
yeah, we're looking really good.
It just doesn't make sense that we're not ranked. Not only that, but ESPN's FBI has us lower than LSU. And like not even lower, like majorly lower, which cracks me up. So it's just fucking ridiculous, honestly. At the end of the day.
Is what it is. 20, Washington. Penix Jr., he's that guy. That offense is good. I was wrong. Put it at that.
Penix.
I still don't want to do it, but they are better than advertised. Penn State, 21. Everyone has them higher. I'm not going to give them credit for smoking a poorly coached, very bad Auburn team. Like, good for you. It's definitely my bias, but fuck.
That was one of my favorite picks of yours, was ranking Penn State at 21. Dropping them lower than anybody else had them. That was one of my favorite picks of yours because
they're a good team.
They have yet to prove themselves. They skimmed by and they haven't really gotten anything. So
yeah, exactly. Well, they smoked Auburn, which it was a good Jordan Hare atmosphere. They
but it's fucking Auburn right now. Like Auburn's trying to build.
Well, we are not building. We are not building. 22, I got Wake. I moved them down. I think they were overlooking Liberty, but still, the other teams kind of impressed me more and still skating by Liberty at home. I mean, Liberty's a good program, but they don't have Malik Willis anymore. So, what I don't know. I think that's a fair assessment.
Wake gives up a lot in the pass rush. So if you're attacking Wake, if you're an opposing team, if you rush them and force them to throw the ball when they're under pressure, they don't do well. So exactly. That's a great pick there. I like it.
Yeah. This one, I'm excited. I want to do it last, but I couldn't do it. Kansas, welcome to the top 25. I mean, they went on the road at West Virginia. They went on the road at Houston. I don't know if they're a top 25 team, but I'm giving it to them because it's fucking Kansas.
Those are big wins.
I mean, yeah. I mean, they were underdogs in both, and they're coming out and they're proving people wrong.
Those are big wins. Like
wins. They beat Houston by 14 too. I was like, I'm giving it to you this week. I want to do it last week, but I'm giving it to you. And I think it's bullshit. I don't even think they got any votes just because they're Kansas. I'm like, they're 3-0 and they've got 2 really good road wins. Like, let's have a little pride, a little respect. Cincy stayed the same for me at 24. Again, they played a good Arkansas team well at Arkansas. Just to handle business from here on out. And then here's where, I don't like ranking teams above teams that they've lost to, but I got App State at 25. I think if they play UNC like 10 times, they win 7 or 8 of them. I think App State's absolutely a better team than UNC. Just because, especially with A&M winning, it helps them a little bit more. And UNC's defense is terrible, even though I guess struggling with Troy at home isn't great, but, it's App State. I'm always going to give the benefit to the fun schools to root for over your big name brand guys. So that is the correct top 25, or somewhat correct. Give it like that. Damn, I wrote preview here. So on to the fun part. How about Friday? That was something. It was something.
It was kind of unbelievable.
Yeah, I was. My friend Thomas, or I guess Thomas now, but he had gotten back like around halftime, right before halftime, with his girlfriend, who I'm friends with her as well. And she walked in. I just didn't even acknowledge her because I was right after Travis. So now I was like, I'm fine. Don't talk to me. Our quarterback's done for the year. First drive, I was like, oh shit, we're gonna blow them out. And then we started getting hurt, and I started scoring. I'm like, oh, this is gonna be fun. And then Travis was hurt. I was like, I almost just didn't even care about the rest of the game.
I gave up. Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie. I stopped watching the game.
I didn't stop watching because it never got out of hand. I was like, we'll see what we can do. But oh my
Stopped
goodness,
watching the game. I've rewatched it twice now. So like,
it makes up for it.
yeah. But like, I was in Boone, so it's like also hard to like keep track of everything.
That's fair. Yeah,
going on.
I just thought I didn't like how we only ran it 6 times in the first half, even with Travis. I mean, Travis was dotting him up. So I love the first drive, play action, get him ready for the pass, but I still think we should have run more.
I mean, the man started 11 for 11, right? So like,
and you should have been 12-12 with that bullshit pick. That was a dot.
Right, and it's not his fault. I mean, kind of is his fault, kind of not his fault.
Well, it's not his fault.
It just bounces off Cam and then turns into an interception, which is not his fault. Like he was trying to do the best he could and being able to get it there, and it didn't necessarily happen. So for him, it shouldn't. Like, I hate that stat. Like, that's an interception. Like, I hate that is an interception because it's not his fault. It's not his fault.
Like they have things where it's like they have
but,
stats.
I mean, but it's also, that's a stat. At the same time, ball never hit the ground. Like, that's the rules. Ball never hit the ground, bounced into an opponent's arms, and got picked off. Not Jordan's fault.
Correct.
But
so, in my eyes, he still hasn't thrown a pick that's his fault yet.
Yeah.
Although that one, the one when he got hurt was not a good throw. He probably should have just gone down.
All right.
Well, the good news is
we got a fucking backup damn quarterback.
Well, I was gonna say
backup damn quarterback.
I was gonna say I've heard high ankle sprain in 1 or 2 weeks, and he might play this weekend.
Oh yes,
that was the good news.
Multiple good news.
Well, we didn't know he had a backup until the second half because I saw Tate run the first 2 drives, and then
all right. So let's talk about the injury first.
I thought it was a knee at first because I was very inebriated. I was like, it went down, but it didn't look like a knee. I thought he shattered his kneecap, but then people said it was an ankle, so I was like, okay, that's better than a knee.
It's definitely an ankle.
Well, yeah, again, very drunk, so I'm not a doctor. I just see him go down and reach towards his knee. I don't even look back at him. I'm like, oh shit, he's down. There was just a wave of sadness that came over me. I didn't know what to do.
Big time.
I was like, this is it. The season's over. We're done. It was fun while it lasted.
Big time, because that was our big worry from the start of the year, right? It was like, if Jordan gets hurt, we're fucked. Like that was our whole storyline. It
looks like we were. It looks like we were in that first half.
Yeah, it looked like we were. But I mean, Jordan did his thing when he was available. But going over to my point, we got a fucking backup quarterback, dude. Like, how about fucking Tate, motherfucking Rodemaker, coming out after last year we saw him throw a pick in like 3 plays. His whole 3 plays last year, throws a pick. I think it might have been a pick 6. I don't even remember. But throws a pick and then comes out and then immediately like completes a pass. And we're like, okay, we got this. And then throws another pick. And it's like, all right, fuck. Like, we're screwed, And then this motherfucker gained. Where did he get this confidence from all of a sudden?
Mike was the only person in the world that believed in that man. I don't even know if his parents were like,
what the fuck happened in that locker room at halftime? I want to know. Like, have you watched the recap video? Like, you've watched the Florida State recap video.
Yeah, right? The cinematic recaps.
Yeah. But, like, that doesn't even give you, like, I don't even think what Tate was going through in that moment. Because, like, I feel like he grew up.
I don't know. I guess he got the jitters out, and someone said something to him. It was like, just calm down. It kind of goes back to what Mike says in the locker room video. It's like, trust your training. And then I guess he just kind of once he hit that pass to Johnny, I think it all just kind of it just clicked for him. He's like, okay, I can do this. And then
the big one where he just let him
down. The fucking 40, 50 yards. Yeah.
Okay. The whole word with Tate coming in was he has a live arm, right? He has a fucking live big arm, which we always knew when we in the downside of that was always the accuracy. He doesn't have the accuracy. Like, where is he? Where is he going to be at? He dotted that bitch.
I think you saw my tweet at halftime when I said transfer it, Tate Rodmaker, and then deleted it.
He dotted that thing like 45 yards down the field in the air.
And like, just put it in the fucking basket.
I think you could make a case that Tate, like, I know that's not like a big, huge throw, but the way that it was put on and the velocity that he put on that ball, he might have the strongest arm in the ACC as a quarterback.
I don't know anything about the other quarterbacks.
I'm not afraid to say it. The only other guy I would say is UNC's quarterback.
I was like, he's probably got a big arm.
That's the only other guy that I would say, because none of these other ACC quarterbacks have an arm like Tate does. I will tell you that.
And I did like.
You can look around the league and be like, nope. I can guarantee you DJ does. I can guarantee you DJ ain't got that arm like that.
Nope.
Maybe Van Dyke. Van Dyke might have an arm.
He has a good arm, but he is not accurate. He's what we thought Tate was.
Van Dyke might have the same. I think Van Dyke is probably a great, equivalent to Tate. If you're honestly speaking, a little bit bigger guy, but like if you were equivalating him to a quarterback, probably. If you have the confidence, I mean, Van Dyke's got the confidence. So, but other than that, like, who do you really place there? I mean, if you look at the best quarterbacks in the league, Jurgovich at BC, very accurate, not a deep ball guy, but very accurate. You look at who am I thinking of right now?
Vader?
Yeah. Q's not a very strong arm. A good runner.
Slovis,
not a great arm.
Not very accurate.
Not very accurate either. More of a runner type himself as well. I don't even know. Like you want to think of the top quarterbacks in the league. I mean, Cunningham is a runner. Cunningham's a runner. He's flick of the wrist guy, which he's going to be great in the NFL because he's just following in fucking Lamar Jackson's footsteps. So I mean, he'll be great at some point, but it's flick of the wrist for him. It's not even just arm talent. So I mean, you got, I don't know, dude. Tate's got an arm. We got a fucking official backup fucking quarterback that is gonna be fighting for that position once Jordan leaves.
Would you believe me if I told you he only threw the ball 9 times?
No.
I'm pretty sure he went 6 for 9.
I'll look it up. No, yeah, 6 of 10. 6 of 10, 109 yards for 2 touchdowns, 1 INT. Had a better QBR than Travis at 85.4.
See, that's why QBR is a dog shit stat, because he went 11 for 11. Or I guess he didn't throw a – well, he did throw a pick, actually. I don't know, but I saw the deep ball, the fade, and he hit a couple passes across the middle. So I want to see more. I don't want to see more because I want Travis to be back. But like, I think
the promising thing is that Tate didn't just go to his first read. Like he did early on, right? So like early on, he was going to those slants and hitting Johnny on the slants or everything like that. But like on that late Johnny touchdown where he hit him in the end zone for the, the fade route or whatever.
Shout out Jarvis Brownlee. It went from I circled this on my calendar to being on ESPN's You Got Mossed.
That was awesome. I was like, that's fucking fantastic. But going back to the circling on the calendar, what a fucking mistake on your part, dude. I do the same thing if I was him. Okay, the thing is that like Brownlee is probably Louisville's best DB. Let's be honest.
Probably. Just most talented for sure.
Yeah, the most talented DB on their team. Like, no offense to Brownlee and no offense to anybody else, but Brownlee was fucking good. Like, he's not fucking horrible. Like,
he just made some bad plays.
He just made some mistakes when he was here, and that was it. And he wanted to go elsewhere and be the number one guy, and Louisville's where you're going to be the number one guy. But him circling that And him coming into this game, he knew he was going to have to go against Johnny. Majority of the time, he's going to have to go against Johnny. That dude's like almost a whole foot fucking taller than you.
Yeah, I don't know. I got nothing. I don't know, but
What a day by the offense. Tate Rodemaker, big shots. If Johnny didn't have the day that he had, Tate would have got to bust the rock.
Yeah.
Tate would have got to bust the rock if Johnny didn't have the type of day he did. And Johnny has already put up better numbers than he had all of last year at ASU in 3 games here at Florida State.
I enjoy that.
Johnny fucking Wilson, dude. Amazing. And then Pokey, still doing Pokey things, being solid, understanding that his quarterback's under pressure, pulling routes back and being able to do that is huge. You got to have a wide receiver that does that. Pokey will be a Sunday player because he does that.
Yeah. In my main fantasy league that I really care about in college, I started Pokey over Johnny, and I was a little upset. But I started Johnny in one league, so I'm okay with that.
There you go. But Pokey does all the little things, so it's great. Even with all the injuries, I mean, Robert Scott going out on the offense.
I saw Veris went to practice today, which is good. No pads, but he went to practice. He's walking. Maybe a left knee brace, but I think it was probably a sprained knee, so he'll be back later in the year, which is good. I don't think Robert Scott's going to be back. That looks pretty bad. He got rolled into from the inside, popped outward, so I wouldn't. We'll see, but the 2 big ones I was looking for were 2 big injuries were Travis and Verse, and they are not nearly as serious as we thought, which is probably the good thing. So,
right. So speaking of Verse, going into defense, suspect when it comes to running quarterbacks.
Yeah, but I feel like he's just a guy that's hard to contain. And also, like, everyone's complaining that we weren't getting pressure, but we also we weren't really trying to. We were trying to contain him. And
right, we were trying to just keep him in the pocket, right? Which is what we talked about last week.
And we did that, and he just made good throws. So
right, and he got and then he just found holes. So like, you can't really it's a Lamar Jackson type, right? Like he's gonna do what he wants to do when he wants to do it.
Like, they scored 10 points in the second half, so we adjusted. I'm okay with that. We made adjustments. They did not.
Right, exactly. So I mean, it's tough to kind of get an idea of where we're at on the defensive side of the ball after that game. The first news is huge. Like him being out at practice today, massive. I thought it was gonna be way worse than it actually is probably gonna end up being. But then I don't know what's going on with Duke. Duke Cooper. I have no idea what's going on with that. Mike didn't really say much about his injury or what's happening with him. But I mean, we still got solid guys on the outside: Renardo Green, Knowles, and then you have guys coming over the top and Dent, Jamie. I mean, Shaheem made a fucking huge play at the end of the game. That was absolutely gorgeous. So I'm not really worried about our defense as much as I am the offense moving forward, and that's only because we're not really going to face very many running quarterbacks at the caliber of Cunningham.
Correct.
Probably the most running quarterback that we'll see from that is probably what's his name from Syracuse.
Well, I was gonna say Richardson.
Yeah, I mean him too. But it's not the same as Syracuse quarterback. Syracuse quarterback can throw and run the ball at the same time, which you don't have to worry about Richardson throwing the ball because he can't throw the ball.
Yeah, it's not great right now for him. Which I don't know. I like AR, but I do not like Florida, so I hope he does bad there. So.
Yeah, I mean, and then the turnovers. I think the turnovers are a great thing. Lots of turnovers. McClendon came away with one. Huge pick by Knowles at the end of the game. He's going to be an NFL guy too. I mean, we're going to have so many guys go into the NFL from this year's team that it'll be kind of scary. How we didn't we're gonna be questioning like why didn't we win the whole thing or anything like that. I think that's ultimately like it'll like come down to we're gonna be like, how the fuck did we win the whole thing? And it's gonna be like, well, they were young and they spent another year or two within the program to figure out where the best they were. But I am very shocked. A rumor I heard.
Yeah.
A rumor I heard.
Yeah.
Mike Norvell made a call to ASU, say like giving props or giving like a I don't even know what you call it, but giving like a hey, hire Adam Fuller as your head coach.
That was Aaron on Twitter fucking around.
I know. I just wanted to see if I could get you on that.
I was fucking saw that shit. I almost recorded. When I saw it said Aaron Cabrera at the top, I was like, you got it. A little bit. Not falling for it twice in a day.
See, I was seeing if I could get it because it got me the first time. And then I clicked and I was like, God damn it, Aaron, you motherfucker. Like, that's one person we should try and get on this show, though. I would love to fucking have Aaron on this show.
I would enjoy it. Aaron would do good. I don't know if he'd like it, but I feel like he'd like it. I don't know. We'll see.
I don't know. He might like it. We'll reach out to him and see. But I was seeing if I could get you on that.
No, not falling for it twice in a day. Dude, that last drive should not have been as stressful as it was. We need a new guy that kicks the ball, and we need a guy that kicks the ball well. We need a
Great transition there.
We need a guy that kicks the ball through. It was a fucking 27-yarder. I was like, he's gonna miss this, and they're gonna go score a game-winning touchdown.
2 chip shots.
Dude, and they're saying like, oh, he went and he was kicking field goals after they landed. I was like, he shouldn't have. He should have.
The only thing I know is that our backup has to be fucking even more AIDS than fucking Fitzpatrick.
Dude, I don't get it. He's like, oh, he was going to practice when we landed the flight at 4:30 a.m. I'm like, that's not gonna fucking do anything. I was like, I'll miss field goals and I don't need a scholarship. Just go for it on 4th down.
All right, this motherfucker was a 5-star. A 5-star fucking kicker coming out of high school. The number 1 overall rated kicker coming out of high school.
Dude, something's not clicking in his head. He's lost his confidence or something because it's not good. It's bad.
I don't know what it is. Snap great. Hold great. Shit kick.
It's almost hard to miss a 27-yarder. Like you have to try not to aim.
Dude, we could probably fucking hit that.
I hit a 40-yarder with a small ball. I also took a big run but I was like a fucking freshman in high school, and there was no pressure. But I was like, I am confident I could consistently make 27 yarders at the college level.
Probably, I could too.
I mean, I played soccer. I got fucking strong ass quads.
I played soccer too.
And
the thing when you played soccer, right, is lean over the ball, right? Like you lean over the ball and kick it. In football, you lean back and fucking kick it. Okay,
yeah.
How fucking hard is that shit?
You don't have to keep it low. You want to put it as high and far as possible. I don't know.
Aim in the fucking middle and fucking kick the goddamn ball.
You got to start getting them those little things that are like 3 yards apart, like this wide, and just make those uprights. Just start doing those every day. Something's got to budge there. I don't know.
Two chip shots. Like, what gets me, dude, is that like this motherfucker can hit from like 48 plus, like it's no problem.
He does not do that. He was short on 47 against LSU.
Yeah, I said 48 plus, not 47.
Okay, my bad. My bad.
Underneath that, shit. He hit fucking shit.
It's like he rolls a die and he's got like 1 through 6 columns and 3 and 4 is a middle. And every time he rolls, he goes, "Oh, 1, I got to pull it left."
Like, I just don't get it, dude. How can you regularly hit 48 to 55-yard field goals on a regular basis and then just fucking shit the bed on 48 under? It makes no sense to me. Our backup kicker has to be absolutely crack ass. Because at this point, I would have to say that like you would think about putting this guy in. Like you would have to think about putting the backup kicker in and not having Fitzgerald kick field goals.
I just don't know why you don't go for it.
I mean, at this point, you kind of have to, right?
Like, what's stopping you? Well, I guess I don't know.
I don't know. All right, but looking ahead, what do you think we got heading to BC? I personally think don't start Travis. Don't even play Travis. I would say play Tate. I have Jordan dress out in case things go wrong, but I say start Tate, play the game, because I think there's no chance BC is going to beat us.
I don't think it should be close at all.
And
they average 16.5 yards on the ground per game against Power 5 competition. I mean, even without Lovett, even without Varys, like we should have practice squad guys on that D line just sacking them. Like I guess
a fairly simple preview, right? Like this is not hard. Like this is not a hard game for us to win. We need to win this game. We're gonna walk into Wake 4-0. Should walk into Wake 4-0.
If we even play, there's supposed to be a hurricane that hits then, but that's for next week.
Yeah, we'll see. But I mean, it'll probably be rescheduled later in the season. But I like it. This is probably the perfect time to get BC, especially after all the injuries that we've occurred. So I don't want Jordan to start. Do I want Jordan to be available? Yes. I want Tate to start.
I agree. Just play Tate. Let him get some reps. I mean, they'll get Zay Flowers will get his a little bit. Jerkovich will make some good plays, but they'll be explosive plays. Like it really should be close.
They're susceptible.
Yeah, there should never really be. It should never be a game that's close. I should be drunk and comfortable after the first quarter.
They're not good. They're not good.
Oh, they're atrocious.
They're not good at all. So
they lost to Virginia Tech and they lost to Rutgers. I am not scared of that football team.
And
very FSU thing.
That to me tells me that Tate starting can beat them. If Tate can take over in the middle of a game and come back, not only start against the Louisville team, but be inserted in the middle of the game and come back against Louisville at Louisville, which is a much better team than BC. I expect Tate to be able to come in and do the same thing that he did, if not better. Here,
we should run the ball 50 times, and we should still win comfortably.
Absolutely.
Our line's better than their D line. Our D line's better. We're better at literally every position except probably quarterback this week, and probably not Flowers.
Here is exactly what we needed. We don't even need to talk about it after I say this. Run the ball.
Yep.
Let defense control the game. And let Tate play.
Yep.
That's it. That's all you need to win this game. We don't even need to talk about this game anymore because it's done.
I've got us 35-13. Their 13's in garbage time.
I think we might not cover. I think we win by 14 points just because Tate is probably going to play the whole game.
Well, we'll see it. We'll see.
All right, let's move on.
All right, our favorite segment, Degenerates Anonymous. Welcome, Thomas. Doing homework.
I like my props. 4 for 4 last week with the money line pick.
Get the money line, didn't miss any. He went 4-0. Yeah. I went 1-2 again. Caleb went 2-1. We know.
Fuck you, Ben. You suck at this thing.
I do. I am 3-6. Thomas is like 7-2 or 7-3, and Caleb was 5-4. I'm getting my ass kicked here.
I'm above 500, bitch.
Yeah, must be nice. My picks stink. All right, well, I guess I'll start because it kind of goes off what Caleb said, thinking we won't cover. I've got us covering. I got us covering. I got us winning big. Unless, I could see a backdoor, but we should win this one by 20 to 30 points. We've covered the past 2 games. We're at home, night game, packed out student section. We're going to get drunk. We're going to get rowdy. We're better everywhere except Zay Flowers is better than our wide receiver 1, and Jerikovich is better than Tate. But they should not move the ball on the ground, and we should just fucking stack the box and just hit the shit out of their quarterback over and over and over and over and over. So I think we win big. I'm a little wary of the back door, but I'm kind of getting the hook at 16. I'm getting a good hook because I'm not getting 17.5. I'm getting 16.5.
I said we won by 14, so that's that back door.
Yeah, there's a back door. We get backdoored. That's a shame, but I won't be mad.
Duffy will come in like halfway through the third, and we'll be good to go. I like the pick, but I don't love the pick, Ben. So good luck to you. But my first pick is going to be Tennessee minus 10.5 in Neyland Stadium versus the Florida Gators. Florida is down bad right now. Bad.
This could be like 40 to 20.
Dude, Florida was 2 flags away from losing that game.
And a bad snap.
And a bad snap away from losing to USF. So USF's not a good fucking football team.
They're not bad. They're not good. That's for sure.
They're not good. They're not fucking good. Like, don't say they're not fucking bad because they're bad. They're bad. They're fucking awful. It's USF, dude. Like, I don't care if Jeff Scott's coaching them or not. They're still fucking bad. Like, it's USF.
I went to that first game. They are fucking terrible.
They're fucking terrible. You hear that? Fucking terrible. And then you add into the fact that Hendon Hooker is playing out of his fucking mind. Tennessee.
He's the best quarterback in the SEC.
I mean, you still.
Jay Jefferson.
I mean, you still want to put
Bryce Young is a dink and dunk merchant.
He literally won the Heisman Trophy last year and beat Texas by himself.
He's a dink and dunk. He did not beat Texas by himself.
What? How did they win?
The quarterback got hurt.
No, they won off of a non-safety call. Is how they won.
Bryce Young is a slant merchant, dink and dunk merchant, check down merchant.
He is. But I would say Hendon Hooker is probably the second best quarterback in the SEC.
I'm saying first. I'll be biased. Fuck Alabama.
Hendon Hooker is probably the first or second best quarterback. That's what I'm saying. He's probably the second best quarterback in the SEC behind Stetson Bennett. Stetson Bennett is balling the fuck out, putting up better points than when Georgia won it the other year. So, like, Hendon Hooker is doing his thing, and Florida is not good. Anthony Richardson has yet to throw a touchdown
Extend
pass.
Billy. Extend him.
He just doesn't. He can't throw a touchdown pass. I think
he threw one against Kentucky.
I think the Utah win that they had against Utah was a total fluke.
Well, he threw a touchdown pass
it was the first game of the year, so the Gators coming into Knoxville, it's already going to be a problem.
Yeah,
Knoxville hates Florida. So it's going to be a problem anyways. The crowds are going to be rocking. Neyland is a great place to be. If you've never been to Neyland, go to Neyland. Go check that fucking place out right on the river. Fucking great atmosphere to be in. They're going to give them hell. And I have never seen Anthony Richardson in an atmosphere like that up to this point because they've had all home games throughout their 3 first games. He's never had to deal with an atmosphere like that. He has yet to still throw a touchdown. There is no way they're covering 10.5.
Yes, throwing a touchdown. He threw one to Kentucky.
He threw to Kentucky. My bad. He threw a pick 6.
It counts.
Dude, Tennessee is going to beat them by probably like 24 plus points.
I don't disagree. It shouldn't be close.
Some hot takes today. Some hot takes. I have a question before my first pick. Is the Miami defense any good?
Train.
Yep.
I was like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah. It's train. But is the Miami defense any good?
Not really.
Okay.
Well, I mean, they're decent. I mean, But like A&M's offense isn't good, so like you can't really judge it off of that.
Yeah. Well, I was just gonna. So my first pick, Arkansas money line. It's in College Station.
You
I
fucking
do not care. Arkansas money line. I think that's
I don't like
so good.
any spread that game. I like the under 48.5. It's not my pick. I almost picked it, but I do like the under
Dude, I'm
48.
telling you.
It's a
Yeah.
night game in College Station. I'm not gonna pick an away team at College Station with the worst pass defense in college football. Literally, statistically, the worst pass defense.
Doesn't matter. They run all over them, dude. Texas A&M defense is not
A&M's
great.
D line is good. They're gonna sell on the run. They're gonna make them throw, which I think KJ can. But I
They're
like the
not
under
gonna
better
win
in this
this
game. But
I don't care. I don't care if Big Bad Brad's fucking son is under center.
All right, Ben. Keep doubting me.
So let me go now because that's one of my picks too. I got Arky money line. As my second pick is Arky money line.
Well, the good news for y'all is I think Texas A&M wins, so you're probably pretty good there. You're probably going to win that one. But I don't want to pick it. I guess. All right, so now Caleb's on his second one now. All right, this one, I thought long and hard about it.
Are you on 3 now or 2?
I'm on 2, and I don't know which one to go with first. But I'm gonna go Washington State +7 at home against Oregon. We love home dogs. This is my new thing. We love home dogs. Bo Nix on the road is not the same Bo Nix at home. We know this.
I told you that.
No, I'm quoting you here, and Washington State's not bad. They beat Wisconsin at Wisconsin. They've got some fast, athletic guys on the defense. I think. At worst, we get a backdoor push. I just feel like a good environment. The crowd will be getting into it. A little hangover game for Oregon. I feel good. I think Washington State. I think everyone's gonna take Oregon too. I don't know. I'll have to check the betting, but I think Washington State's a good little pick, +7.
All right, I'll go to my second pick. Ben, pick a number 1 or 2 because I have 4 games I wanted to pick, but I couldn't decide between which 3 I'm going to talk about. So,
Well, what
pick a
games?
number. Just pick 1 or 2.
Are any of them? Don't do an over under this one.
No, I'm not.
2.
All right, USC -6.
Damn, you and Caleb.
It's at Oregon State. I do not care once again.
God damn.
USC is them. They're going to make the playoffs, and they're going to upset whoever they play in the playoffs.
It's actually USC -6.5, so I'm going to give you that.
Well, I have -6.
The ESPN app says -6.5.
Okay, well, then it just changed because I made this 10 minutes ago in the Guthrie's line. So,
It's 6.5 on the ESPN app.
okay, well, regardless, fine. -6.5. But Oregon State, USC is them. I'm telling you, everyone keeps sleeping on them.
I don't think anyone's sleeping on USC anymore.
Obviously, ESPN spread is. It's Oregon State.
ESPN doesn't make the spread. They just put what Vegas has. Oregon State's a good team this year. They're a good team.
Yeah, I don't care. Have you seen the USC offense?
Yes, I do have Jordan Addison on my fantasy team.
Exactly. It's going to be like, I don't care. Oregon State could score 38, and they're still going to lose this game by 2 touchdowns.
Damn.
It's going to be like 55-38.
That's fair.
Hey, that's my score prediction. If I get it right, do I get like 5 points?
55-38. Okay.
I'll take it.
55-38.
I'll take it.
Well, Caleb, what's your third pick?
USC -6. It's too easy not to take, right?
See,
Right.
I was telling Thomas, Oregon State's a good team. They're a good team.
I don't care.
That's fine, but USC is so much better, dude. If you go back and look at if you go back and look at their 3 games, they've both played this year. They've both played Fresno State, right? So Oregon State has only.
We are not using the transitive property right now.
I am. So Oregon State only beat Fresno by 3, and fucking USC beat them by like 21 points. So using the transitive property.
Well, one team played at Fresno and one team played at USC.
It's Fresno, dude.
The FSU of the West Coast. Respect them.
I don't know. I mean, like you said earlier, Ben, you mentioned it earlier, right? Like you disrespected them coming in. You didn't think it was going to happen so fast with the Lincoln Riley effect. You didn't think it was going to happen. And you know what? I rode USC last week. I hit. I'm gonna ride them a fucking game this week, and it's only a 6.5 spread.
I would like to say I also did bet them, and I made profit this week.
That's an easy fucking hit, dude.
I made profit this week because I got plus 200 odds on the first score.
You were 1-2 this week. I don't want to hear.
I made actual money. I don't
want to hear talk because guess what? Last week, Thomas and I were on the same page on our bets as well, and we both went 2-1. So I don't even want to fucking hear it, Ben.
I made actual money last week. Because I got plus 200 odds on first scores, field goal or safety, Auburn Penn State, which was free.
You didn't make money. My girlfriend told you to take it.
I asked her the first score, and she said field
goal.
You
let a girl tell you what bet to take, and that's how you made money?
Yes.
I'm disappointed.
My third pick, Iowa Rutgers, under 34.5. It's a low spread, but Iowa has not gone above 27 points total in any game they played.
Yeah, and that was last week when they scored 27.
Yeah, is that above 27?
No, I'm saying I agree with you. That's a good pick because they played, I think, the worst FBS team in the entire country.
I feel like
and only scored 27.
The game where Spencer Petras puts out his Heisman campaign and goes like for 6 touchdowns, and I'm gonna be shafted. But I feel like this is like a 10-7 game. Yeah, I almost took Rutgers plus 7.5 just because it's gonna be so low scoring. Which is also
where is that game?
At Rutgers.
Okay.
At night.
Not bad either.
So, but those are my 4 picks.
All right.
So my last one and the lock of the week is Oklahoma minus 13 over Kansas State. I didn't think they were good. I know Ben doesn't think they're good. They were insane last week. And they were really good last week. I thought that game was going to be remotely close. It was not. So
that's fair. The only thing I'll say, even though Adrian Martinez stinks, is Kansas State always gives Oklahoma problems.
Yeah, but it's at Oklahoma.
They won 2 years ago at Oklahoma.
Well, just saying.
I need y'all to start missing picks, dude, because I can't be getting boat race like this. I need y'all to start missing.
Stop fucking
losing. Y'all's opinion on the Thursday night game. West Virginia over Virginia Tech.
I do like that one too.
I think that's it's only West Virginia minus 1.5.
Yeah.
But it's at Virginia Tech.
Virginia Tech money line.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Caleb does not know ball.
I do know ball.
Dude.
I know my atmospheres.
Mickey Mouse atmosphere. Enter Sandman's overrated. I don't care. They just jump in a little circle and sing a Metallica song. Boo-hoo. Yay. Woo-hoo. I'm not moved.
Right. Fuck you.
Well, I'm fucking starving.
Go eat.
Can we go ahead and just agree to not talk about Auburn like the rest of the podcast series, please?
I talked about it at the beginning, so.
Thank you. That was the most depressing thing I've ever witnessed in my entire
real
life.
Quick, raise your hand for teams 3-0.
I'm gonna leave. Listen, it's not. I don't even know where to start with this team. Ben got like a 3-hour lecture Saturday from me about what was wrong with this team.
I did.
So.
I love it. I fucking love it.
All right. Well,
Penn State's not even good. That's the worst part. They are not even good. Florida State would wipe the floor with them.
Oh, you know ball. Move y'all's ass. It'd be so fun.
All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in to another episode of Tribaholics. Fuck Boston College. Hope to see y'all next week. Goodbye.
I miss